In this video, I'm going to tell you how my Filipino wife changed my life forever. In fact, this is a story of not just her changing my life for the better, but we changed each other's life in a very positive way. And I wanted to highlight this story because many Filipinos get a really unfair rap. A lot of the time, we only hear about Filipinas who want to get out of her country or she's trying to take the husband for whatever she can get. Now, I'm here to tell you that's not always the case. In fact, there are many stories out there, same as mine, which I'm about to tell you in this video. So if you're looking for a Filipina to be in a relationship with, or you're already in a relationship with a Filipina, then I think you'll find this story rather interesting. And hopefully, for those of you who have been in a relationship for some time, you'll be able to relate. So to give you some context around this story, I go back prior to meeting my Filipino wife online to the point where my relationship with my ex-partner had broken down, and as a result, we separated, and I was left with quite a bit of debt and had a lot of expenses. I was living week to week on my paycheck, only just getting by and not really having any sort of money to put away for savings. So when I say I was poor before I met my Filipino wife, well, might be stretching a little bit, but I certainly didn't have a lot. During this time, I realized that if I ever wanted to be in a relationship with somebody again, I needed to have no debts or very little debt and try and start to get some sort of savings happening again. So I worked really hard to get rid of those debts, and I felt I was then in a good place to possibly start a relationship. And that's when I was looking online and I found my now wife. And it was clear that as time went by, we clicked and we wanted to start a relationship together. So we'll fast forward through the stage of me dating my wife and all that sort of thing, and to the point where she came to Australia. Now, the first 12 months that she was here, she wasn't allowed to work according to the visa conditions. She had to wait until she got her permanent residency before she was allowed to work, which took about 12 months. Now, this was really hard for my wife not being able to work. She really wanted to work. And as soon as she could, she went out and got a job straight away. And for a good 8 years, she was working as a housekeeper in some motels around where I live here in Australia. And of course, I was also working as well. So bit by bit, we were starting to get our act together and we're starting to save together. In our mind, we had one goal, and that was to work as a team together to improve our circumstances for the future, which of course included saving money and working hard. And I can tell you, my wife does work very hard. She's always worked very hard, as do many other Filipinas that I know here in Australia. They do have that very good work ethic. And this is why a Filipina can be a very good match for a guy if you two work together for common goals and a better future. So, with my wife working in the motel and me working as a relationship counsellor here in Australia, we really decided we wanted a bit more than that. We wanted to go into something together where we could work together and create something together for the future. So we decided to come up with a cleaning business. So we would clean people's houses. Now, I know that doesn't sound very glamorous, but what it did was give us the opportunity to build something together, which also strengthened our bond and relationship, and where we would feel proud of what we've achieved. Now, of course, we didn't know if that business would work, but luckily for us, it has worked. And through this, we've been able to get some good savings together, and we continue to save so we can have a better life with each other. So, what it's shown me is by having the right woman by your side really motivates you to achieve more. And to be honest, this is something that I've never really felt before with any other woman that I was with here in Australia. And it's certainly good not having to live paycheck to paycheck and to have that money in the bank that we can draw on whenever we need it. It really took the pressure off myself, something that I guess I didn't realize just how much that was weighing down on my shoulders all those years of not having savings and just working every day for somebody else to earn all the money and for me just to struggle by. And certainly, as I say, I could not have done that without my wife. She has absolutely turned my life around. And while I say yes, maybe I wasn't poor according to the definition of the word, I was down there in the bottom rung. For somebody who was working hard in a reasonable job, the debt was killing me. Getting rid of the debt was the best thing we did. And then we worked hard together as a team to create our future together. Neither of us were whinging or bitching about anything. And we've quite enjoyed the challenge of building something from nothing up to where we are now and working together and really looking forward to the future together. So, as I say, guys, if you're unsure on whether a Filipina is the right mix for you, don't listen to all the stories about Filipina scamming guys and all this sort of stuff and wanting to only be with them to get into his country. They're not all like that. And if you find the right Filipina, she can certainly turn your life around. So I hope my words here gives you guys some confidence in pursuing a Filipina and finding the right one for you, which can change your life dramatically as it's changed mine. Don't get caught up in all the hype around scammers and all this sort of thing. Just be careful that when you do go looking for a Filipina, you do keep your eyes open for those ones who are, let's call, undesirable or have other intentions different to your own. And really think about why you want to be with a Filipina and what you guys can achieve together. This is really what I call the magic of being with a Filipina. So, guys, let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this and if you've had similar experiences. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.